Hey friends, Tori Birmingham here with westernlandforsale.com. Just wanted to let you know about a new property that we have. It's 160 acres in Humboldt County, Nevada. It's a fantastic property with a lot of recreation and easy access. You can see the details of the property at westernlandforsale.com and then just click on Nevada and look for the Humboldt County 160 acre property. Let me just quickly go over a couple of things that I think make it really special. The property is listed at $49,000, which is only $306 per acre, if you can believe that. Where I live, an acre of land is over $500,000. That's in Utah, literally. $306 per acre. Here's the parcel number. You can look at it on the county website. This is the latitude and longitude GPS coordinates to the center of the property. Google Maps or any mapping service will allow you to find this property using those GPS coordinates. And all the other details about the property. It's surrounded by mountains in a nice valley with incredible hunting, fishing. There are 2 lakes nearby. Let me kind of show you a little bit more about that. The closest city is Winnemucca, which is only 38 miles away. Winnemucca has a super Walmart, 28 restaurants. They have a hospital and even a small airport. So I always look for property that has gas and groceries at least, and preferably a city where that city is going to expand, because that property will become more and more valuable as that goes along. I wrote about that at the bottom. I call that the magic circle science. So I want to buy property outside of the major cities, and then as the population expands outwards, that property becomes more and more valuable. I know most of you, from talking to you, are looking for off-the-grid property, and that's what this is. There's no power. People who really don't know oftentimes ask about electricity, and those that do know understand that if you have electricity, you're going to have neighbors. The power companies wouldn't be in business if they were taking electricity out to individual parcels. They need an entire subdivision or entire city to make it worth it. So you would use a generator. Water is by well, and in the area we've been getting water about 100 to 150 feet, which is very reasonably priced. Or of course you can truck water in. All of that is listed in here. So let me just kind of give you the overview of where the property is. Let's go in and show you. In the state of Nevada, this property is located in northern Nevada, just north of Interstate 80 and close to the Oregon border. So you've got close proximity to a lot of really cool places. Idaho, Twin Falls here, Pocatello and Idaho Falls, Oregon, Sacramento, San Francisco, Northern California, Salt Lake City, Utah, and then Vegas. The property sits kind of in the middle of all of those interesting places to visit. As we get closer, you see the city of Winnemucca, and then further to the west is Reno. The property sits right outside of Paradise Valley and has really good road access. It's right off of Midas Road. So this is Interstate 80 here, and there are a couple roads where you can get off earlier, but Midas Road comes right along the property, and I'm going to show you a picture in Google Earth also. So here's Midas Road, and the property just is just a few feet, I think 100 feet off the road. This is a dirt road, but it's a good road to be able to get with on 2-wheel drive cars. Property taxes on this are $140 per year, I think. $140 per year, so it's very reasonable to hold this property as a long-term investment. 160 acres, as you know, is huge. It's equivalent to 160 football fields, if you can picture that. So you're standing on a football field, multiply that by 160, and that is a big piece of property. You can do many things with that. You're not going to have any neighbors if you don't want that, and you could build a motocross track and a racetrack for cars, or you could even hunt on your property. Incidentally, there are tons of public land in this area. So in addition to your own property, you're welcome to use the public land all over. And if you go to the pictures, you'll see all of this in yellow is public land. So this is the lot, and I've got to fix this picture so it doesn't stretch. This is the 160 acre parcel here. It's bordered by public open land, that's BLM land, and all over this checkerboard, all of this is public land that you can use to hunt, fish, four-wheel drive, camp, whatever you want. There's also a lot of agricultural here. The area is quite green. A lot of times these properties are not, but this is. Here is a parcel map showing the lot in relation to the other lots in the area, all 160 acres. So you're going to have complete privacy. Okay, quickly, I don't want to keep you here forever. Let's go to the driving directions. So you follow Midas Road right off into the property, and this is what it looks like using Google Earth. Now there's a river in this property also, and I'm going to get way down in here and show that to you. There's a river that goes right through the property, right here. You can see all the greenery. I'm not sure if that's wet all the time, but I think it leads all the way. So here's the property, and the property extends over to about here. And I can show you that on another map. Let's pull this up. So here's the river coming through the parcel. This is Midas Road here, and then there's a road that jumps off of Midas Road and takes you right through the property. And then this river runs through it. And that river, I think, is ultimately going to Chimney Reservoir. Chimney Reservoir is only about 5 miles, I believe, or actually, sorry, 20 miles from the property. And let me show you that distance. So Chimney Reservoir is directly north of the property. If you keep on going north, you go to the Oregon border. But Chimney Reservoir, 25 miles away, and there's really nice fishing there. It's a beautiful lake. So you've got access to water. If you've got a Berkey water filter and you needed water, you can certainly use that. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Berkey's, but it's a phenomenal water filter that's gravity fed. It doesn't need any power, and can actually, I think it's a great survival tool. Looking at the price, and let's see how it compares. What I've done is I've looked at all of the parcels in the state of Nevada that have acreage between 140 and 180. Remember that this one is 160 acres. It's an entire quarter of section. These properties are priced, the majority around $105,000. We are priced less than half of that. They go up to 150, 169. Here's one for 225,000. Here's one right outside of Winnemucca in Pershing County. That's the neighboring county. If we want to look at the least expensive properties, so those are 229,000. They go up from there. You can go to LandWatch. I'm looking at landwatch.com, and I've gone to Nevada. There are 48 listings of properties with sizes between 140 and 180 acres. The least expensive 160 acre parcel is listed at $36,000. It's actually 40 acre parcels. Then the next one is 48,000, and here we're at 49,000. So we're the second to the least expensive, but we do offer terms. If you're looking at cash, we can easily be real close to this 36,000. So we could be the least expensive property on Land Watch of that size. These go up in price from there. Rye Patch Reservoir is also very close. There's fantastic fishing there. It's a state park, and I think I have driving directions to Rye Patch. Computer gets a little slow when I'm driving. So it's 90 miles west, continuing west towards Reno. Really nice large lake. Let's see if we can zoom out on that. So here's the property, 160 acres on Midas Road, right off of Interstate 80. And if we continue west, we go all the way to Reno and then California. If we continue north, we go to Oregon and south to Las Vegas. All right, give me a call. Feel free to call me with any questions about this property. It's a fantastic deal at only $300 per acre, 160 acre parcel. I think it's a fantastic long-term investment that you can enjoy with your family, or build an off-the-grid space for whatever you have in mind. Give me a call and let me know if you have any questions, and grab this property before someone else does. Thanks a lot.